Hello, this is George Pruitt, and I'm going to go over relatively quickly the indicator and the strategy that I have posted for the April, I think it's the second or third post in georgepruitt.com. I've got several questions coming in on how I was able to create this shading of these rectangles. And so I thought I'd go over the settings first and then perhaps go over the code real quick. As you can see, we just had the 6-bar completion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Upon the completion of that bar, this shaded yellow area was created, and this thicker shaded bar or line is now being created, and that's this gray area. This overlap between the yellow and the gray causes this thick line to occur, which was just a side effect, but it demarks the bar where the breakout ends. So we're using a 6-bar breakout. I'm using a volatility amount above this high of the first 6 bars, and I'm using a volatility buffer below the low of this first 6 bars. Yesterday's action, we sold on the breakout of the volatility breakout, and then the market immediately reversed, and it happens quite often with breakout systems. Open range breakouts are nefarious for this type of occurrence. Not so much in the 90s, but in the contemporary markets, this happens a lot. So we had a failed breakout immediately. The market took off, maybe some news, whatever, and then we had a breakout to the upside. Fortunately, this system was probably about break even for the trading day because it did take this breakout, and I've got that programmed into the strategy. But anyways, let's go ahead and see how I did this. I'm going to go over the settings for the indicator first. Okay, and what this really is in TradeStation, and I got this idea from multi-charts actually. I don't know if multi-charts can draw rectangles on the square. They probably can. I know AmiBroker can. Not AmiBroker, but yeah, probably AmiBroker, but I know TD Ameritrade can. But anyways, these are just a bunch of lines drawn from this volatility high to this volatility low, but they're extra thick. So let's go to the inputs. First, we start at 9:30, which is I want the breakout to be the first 6 bars plus a buffer. I don't want to take any trades after 15:30, hence you see where the rectangle stops at 15:30. The breakout vol percentage is 0.4. I'm measuring the average range of the first 6 bars. That gives me my volatility amount. So the breakout is 40% above the high and below the low. And I'm using a 4 times that volatility amount as a trailing stop mechanism. Once I hit 650 bucks, I pull the stop up to break even if it's not already there, and it can already be there, but sometimes it's not. Okay, that's the inputs for the indicator, which are exactly the same as the strategy. And I call this a indicator or strategy tracking indicator, meaning that it helps visualize what the the strategy is doing, because you've basically got the strategy replicated in a visual form in an indicator. So let's go over and look at the styles. The buy breakout, which is the first 6 minutes, or 6 bars, I'm sorry. I've got a weight of, not the widest weight, but the next to widest. And I'm going to plot it as a bar high. The short breakout of the first 6 bars, in this case it could be 12, whatever you choose, is going to be the bar low. It's going to have the same thickness. And this is the important one, the transparency. You want this thing to be somewhat transparent so you can see the bars behind it once you draw these very wide bars from the high to the low. If you have it solid, then it'll just be a gray blob. You won't be able to see the action behind it. Okay, and after the first 6 bars, I have this buy breakout extension or extend, and it needs to be bar high, same width, and the transparency you can increase or decrease. I think it's okay. I made it a little bit lighter, and that was probably just because I didn't remember the setting. But you can set these to anything you want. The long trail, once you get into a long position, is a point somewhat thick, full zero transparency, and I don't automatically connect the plot lines. If I did that, then it would go from the end of the day to the next day, and it'd be a line going straight up. I just wanted the trailing indicator to be plotted on today's data. Short trail is just the opposite, different color. Long trail is red, short trail is blue. Same transparency level, same thickness. Did I do anything else? Let's see, scaling. No, I think that's all I did. Oh yeah, the colors. I picked yellow for the first 6-bar breakout. I picked kind of a, I don't know what color that is. It's like a light green color for the buy breakout extension and the short breakout extension. Long trail, of course, is red. Short trail is blue. That's all there is to setting up the indicator. And like I said, this basically, because let me give you an illustration that might help. If I were to go to do inputs, if I were to go style, and if I were to make the box extend skinny and the short box extend, breakout extend skinny, I would have this effect. See? You would lose the overlay over the bars. That still kind of looks cool too. But if you don't like that, which I don't, it's cool, but I don't like it that much. I'm just going to go ahead and set this back to what it was. And there you go. Okay. So that's how you set up the settings for the indicator. Okay. This has just happened a few moments ago. We have the 6-bar shading. Sorry about that. It's early in the morning. And we had a buy breakout. Now this is going to be very interesting to see what happens. Is this buy breakout going to continue, or is it going to fail? We do have we have our trailing stop mechanism pushed into place there. Okay. This is going to be part 1 because my videos get very long and they get very big. So I'm going to break this down real quick. This is just the settings for the indicator, so you can replicate what I did in my post. You can also see that the settings are basically the same for the analysis technique and the strategies. And if you can program a strategy tracking indicator, it will help you trade, especially on an intraday basis. It gives you an idea of where trades are going to occur so you can be ready. Okay, that's the end of part 1. Thank you.